why public schools in KZN don't allow females to grow long hair. So if you go to KZN, you're gonna notice, more specifically rural areas, and it's not just KZN. It's more like rural settlements where they don't allow females to grow long hair, because even in Vanda, you would see some shit like that. So normally, all the females have short hair, like brush cut, and yes, this has positives and negatives, so I'm gonna list a few. So the first positive is that it prevents them from doing too much, because when you look at females from urban societies, the shit that they do with their hair, it's like once you give somebody freedom, they it's almost like they take the whole hand instead of taking just they take the whole arm instead of the hand. What I'm trying to say is they do too much, bro. They do too much. They pull up wearing waves. They pull up wearing shit that they're not supposed to do. Situations that I would notice at school is like in an urban society, they would literally tell the kids that would pull up wearing weaves to take them off. Like in a private school, that's not a problem. They allow any kind of hairstyle, really, because that's the privilege that they have. But in a public school, in an urban society, they don't allow weaves. Yes, you can do your hairstyle, but it has to be neat and clean and shouldn't cover your face, and it shouldn't be too much in terms of color. So that you could say is the reason why they would prevent them, and it's also like to keep them focused on schoolwork, because they're not at school for prom. They're at school to learn. So yes, I see why. Let me list the negative. The negative is that the child is gonna grow up. The child is gonna grow up without long hair, and that affects her self-esteem. 9 times out of 10, she's gonna buy a weave, because having long hair actually gives you confidence. So if you don't have long hair, she's gonna be not confident in herself. She's gonna end up wearing fake hair to fill up, to boost her confidence, which is gonna trickle down to the next generation. Her kids, they're gonna look up to her, and they're gonna wear a weave also. And not to say that every child that grew up with a brush cut ends up wearing a weave, but yeah, most of the time, public schools in KZN, they don't allow long hair for many different reasons, but then most of the time I just don't agree with it. I just feel like it's fucking up the mentality of women, bro.